So, we see a lot about narcissists online. Everybody can have narcissistic traits, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they fit the criteria to be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder.
And I think there's a stereotype, isn't there, of narcissists now, where you look at someone who's a domestic abuser, or you look at someone who's flashy and doesn't really care about anyone else, and straight away they're a narcissist. But actually there's different subtypes of narcissism, especially narcissistic traits.
Yeah.
You've got things like your grandiose narcissist, you've got your covert narcissist, and your malignant narcissist as well.
Well, the malignant narcissists, they are the most dangerous of them all. They actually border on psychopathy, and these intend to be the ones that will perpetrate domestic abuse. They will stop at nothing to get what they want. They'll break the law. They will do anything. They're extremely manipulative, and if they don't get what they want, they can be extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and I think being in a relationship with one, you're more than likely being damaged by them, both
100%.
physically and psychologically. They are dangerous people to be around. They don't care about anyone bar themselves, and as long as they're getting their fix through their criminal ways or their physically abusive ways, that's all they care about. It's their main focus.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? So, we look at covert narcissists, and these are the ones that, they live in victimhood. And these are hard to spot, do you know what I mean? Because they don't come across as the typical grandiose narcissist that's flashy and stuff. A covert narcissist lives in victimhood. If they are not successful like other people, it's not their fault, it's everybody else's fault. And you can find yourself, when you're in a relationship with a covert narcissist, that, they are telling people that you are doing things to them that they are actually doing to you.
Yeah, and it's all part of their play, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, they'll go on to their childhood and say, because I've had a bad childhood, this is why I'm the way I am today, this is why I can't get a good job, this is why I've got anxiety or depression, or this is why I can't, give you what you want in a relationship. But actually, they need to start taking responsibility for their actions.
Yeah, but that's their personality. That is their whole personality. It's around victimhood. And the thing is, they tend not to be diagnosed straight away, because what will happen is they will go, maybe for anxiety and depression, to see a professional. And at first, the treatment for that will seem to be working, and it's only when that victimhood comes back up again, because it is there, that they will then go on to be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah,
and I think this works hand in hand with someone who's suffering with low self-esteem when you're in a relationship with a covert narcissist, because at the same time as them playing the victim, they're also bringing that negativity into your life, so they're knocking you down bit by bit, and you're feeling that within the relationship.
But it can just feel like a massive cloud over your head. And people that are in relationships with covert narcissists tend to be really isolated at the end of it, because often what's happened is throughout the relationship, and not just the end of it, the narcissist has been making a narrative about their victim. So when the relationship ends, that person is isolated, because everybody then believes that this person has been treating the narcissist so badly. And this is how they create that power and keep that control over the victim.
I think sometimes that can be the case with the malignant narcissist as well, can't it? Where they will, switch the narrative and blame the other person for their wrongdoings. And I suppose this is how they keep their sense of self-worth and their power over you, because they're taking away everything that you value.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it, with domestic abuse? It's oftentimes well, I wouldn't have done this to you if you hadn't have done that, you know, to make an excuse for being a perpetrator of domestic abuse.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you react to a narcissist's behaviour as well, they will often turn it around on you and be like, actually, no, you're in the wrong here, because you've reacted to my disrespect, which then puts the manipulation tactics into play.
Well, reacting to a narcissist then, allows them to go, look, I told you they were crazy, I told you that this is what they do. So if they've been creating a narrative about you, then you react to them, it plays into their hands. So the only kind of thing that you can do with a narcissist is to not engage, which is really hard, because as humans, we want to defend ourselves about things that are not true. We want to defend ourselves, but the more you defend yourself, the more it plays into the hands. So this is why not reacting, going no contact, is fundamentally the only way to win against a narcissist.
Yeah, 100% agree. And then you've got the grandiose narcissist, who is flashy, who likes to show off, who doesn't like to take responsibility for their actions, but will do everything in their power to make sure they stay within their power.
Well, these are the ones that are the most well known. Do you know, and they will surround themselves with people who they perceive to be successful, because they want to show the world that they are successful, they are great, they need to be admired. So if you know, surround yourself with people that are successful, then you can take from that person. But then once that they find these people no use to them anymore, they will drop them like that. They don't even think about it, and then they will go looking for more narcissistic supply.
Which is the same in a relationship with a grandiose narcissist. The minute that you're not feeding into their ego and you're not feeding into their narcissistic traits, you're not used to them. They will drop you, and they don't care that they're dropping you. So you'll be sitting, you know, having all those feelings of the distress coming out of the relationship while you see your ex going off and doing what they want to do, and they're fine, and that's because often they're a grandiose narcissist.
Yeah, but the thing is, then they'll come back. If they don't have enough narcissistic supply elsewhere, they will come back. And if you are trauma bonded to a narcissist and you love and care about this narcissist, because oftentimes you've been love bombed, do you know what I mean? And when they come back, you are essentially going to get hoovered and love bombed by that narcissist again. This is why it's called hoovering. They will literally suck you back in with what you want to hear, what you need. But then it will switch up again. They will start devaluing you, they will start, you know, manipulating you and things like that.
And often the more times this is done, the more vulnerable you become to being sucked back in. So a lot of the times, you know, when it's been done 3, 4, 5 times, they don't have to have as much of a suck for to get you back in, because you're already vulnerable, they've made you vulnerable. So they've kind of got you where they need you.
Well, once you are trauma bonded, do you know what I mean? This is, you're going to have this push and pull dynamic, so it's really, really hard to break a trauma bond. And a narcissist will rely on this and this control and this power. And this is why the love bombing stage is so fundamental in their abuse, because, you know, they love bomb and they know by pulling away you are going to need that love bombing, and they will just shoot you every once in a while with bits of attention, love and excitement, and pull you back in.
Yeah.